we are going to start with Pamela Bondi, okay? Dude, Pammy, oh my God. What a fucking disaster this woman is. I mean, we saw it. She was refusing to answer questions. She was defiant and petulant and a baby throwing tantrums and, you know, going on the attack. So MAGA probably likes her. I know a lot of MAGA actually doesn't like her, though, because she's not putting Democrats in jail. I mean, that's what they want. They want Democrats in jail. But the fact of the matter is you do need evidence to put somebody in jail, right? And, you know, we've seen what Pam Bondi does. They try to give 20 years to a sandwich thrower, and then the judge tosses it out. But I think her behavior today really showed a lot of truth. I think we got a real insight by what she didn't answer and the way she behaved. And in particular, dude, this one, oh my God. Talk about damning. Like, wow, bro. This answer about the pictures, the Michael Wolff pictures, was very telling. You know why, guys? Because we know that Donald Trump did a serious 180 related to the Epstein files. We know this. We watched it. They were so committed. Everybody, the whole admin, as soon as they went looking for his name, they did a 180. And it's entirely possible that these photographs are part of the reason why that 180 happened. Michael Wolff has talked about seeing the photos. Other people have said that Epstein was taking photos, was taking videos. There's a lot of, you know, circumstantial evidence to corroborate this stuff. And so White House comes right out and just asks her straight up about these pictures. And she like lays into him. And then she does a quick emergency exit from the freeway. And I walked away from this being like, she's seen these photos. These photos fucking exist. I fully believe these photos exist and are in the FBI after the way she behaved here. Let's watch it. Here we go.
Let me ask you something else. There's been public reporting that Jeffrey Epstein showed people photos of President Trump with half-naked young women. Do you know if the FBI found those photographs in their search of Jeffrey Epstein's safe or premises or otherwise? Have you seen any such thing?
You know, Senator Whitehouse, you sit here and make salacious remarks, once again trying to slander President Trump left and right, when you're the one who was taking money from one of Epstein's closest confidants, I believe, I could be wrong, correct me, Reid Hoffman, who was with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions. And the senator sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released. Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come on.
The question is...
Dude, let's pause there. Because first off, she goes after him for campaign donations from Reid Hoffman, okay? Which, I mean, there's plenty of Republicans who have taken money from Epstein associates, okay? But all right, fine. And then she launches into, you know, this idea about the part when she said, and you're grilling me about some photograph with Epstein. Let's listen to that again, because that is like astonishing, because it's not about just some picture of Trump and Epstein at a party. It is the allegation put out by more than one person that there are photographs of Trump with teenage age girls that are unclothed, okay? More than one person has said this. These are very, like, potentially toxic and harmful photos. So the obvious answer is, like, no, none of those photos exist. That's a ridiculous question. Those photos don't even exist. Okay, that is complete fabrication. There's nothing like that in the halls of the FBI. We've never seen any evidence like that. It's the easiest dismissal out there. But not only does she refuse to answer and somehow goes in this personal attack, which is like, dude, Donald Trump was this guy's best friend, okay? Donald Trump was like, you know, like this, bro, with all those people. So she, you know, chides him about taking some money from somebody who had been a business partner of Epstein. Okay, well, join the club, right? Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Donald Trump. I mean, come on, right? And then she says something about how you want to ask me about some photo with Epstein. Okay, it's wild.
Sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released. Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come
on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein. There was not a question about a photograph with Epstein. There was a very well documented question about photographs of Trump with underage girls that were unclothed. Those pictures exist. This is so powerful right here. That is one of the, so in journalism, there's a thing called the non-denial denial. When people refuse to deny something, but they use a tactic of not denying it to substitute for their denial. And when people do the non-denial denial, they do it because they can't offer an actual denial. That's why they do it, guys. And this is such a damning answer. I mean, because much like the Epstein deposition is a great segue here. This one.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question, at least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment.
Yeah, thank you. Whatever. Assert all your rights. That's the easiest denial right there. No, I have never socialized with Donald Trump with girls under the age of 18. Real fucking simple. Or, yes, there were a handful of times I socialized with Donald Trump with his daughter who was under the age of 18. Or with his lawyer's daughter, or at Mar-a-Lago with the daughters of Mar-a-Lago members that were under the age of 18. I mean, there are a million ways to answer that question. But if you're talking about girls that weren't family members present with their parents, and you're implying some sort of sexual connection, no, I have never socialized with Donald Trump with women under the age of 18. It's real fucking simple, okay? Non-denial denial. I mean, he pulled out the whole asserting his rights, but dude, this is what she did. So we know that these pictures exist, bro. We know it. I have never been more certain that those pictures exist, but here we go.
Who was with Jeffrey Epstein on multiple occasions. And the senator sitting right next to you tried to block the flight logs from being released.
He's unmoved.
Yet you're grilling me on President Trump and some photograph with Epstein? Come on.
The question is, did the FBI find those photographs that have been discussed publicly by a witness who claimed Jeffrey Epstein showed them to him? You don't know anything about that. Okay?
Dude. Wow. Like, wow, though. Why didn't she just say those things don't exist? The FBI has never seen any material like that. That is the easiest slam dunk. I think those pictures exist. I think Michael Wolff watched this and is like, he's texting people. I told you. I fucking told you. Dude, he told us. He fucking told us. He's not the only one. I mean, there have been many people who have talked about that shit. But in the end there, she just went silent, bro. She just went silent. That is one of the most damning pieces of testimony that I have ever seen in one of these hearings. Ever. Right? Unfucking believable. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.